Okay, well, I just wanted to make a video with some reminders about how to complete problems for 5.1. So let's take a look at these first two questions. Over here, it says 8 hours, well, and then it's $9 per hour. So they're asking me how much money I would make in 8 hours if I made $9 per hour. So I always like to put a 1 underneath here. My two labels will cancel out. My hours will cancel. And then I just multiply across. Well, if it's 8 times 9, I'm going to make $72 in those 8 hours. Okay? Same thing over here. If it's $3.50 a pound and I'm getting 8 pounds, I want to know how much that's going to cost. I'm going to put it over 1. My labels will cross cancel. I have 8 times $3.50. And when I multiply that, I get $28. So it would be $28 for 8 pounds. Okay, so you're going to cross cancel your labels. Make sure there's a 1 underneath as your denominator. And then you're just going to multiply across because these are unit rates. It's in 1 hour and for 1 pound. Okay. All right, let's take a look at some other ones. Okay. So here's some ratios we're going to simplify. So notice my first one says 25 to 45. So I like to write it as a fraction first. So 25 over 45. And I'm going to find a common factor to divide them by. I'm going to divide them by 5. Okay, and that will give me, so 25 divided by 5 is 5 over, and I know 45 divided by 5 is 9. 5 and 9 do not have any other common factors, so this is my simplified fraction, ratio as a fraction. Okay, so now I have 35 girls to 15 boys. So 35 G, I'm going to put for G for girls, over 15 B for boys. Okay, I'm going to use 5. I'm going to divide by 5 again. Okay. And I know that 35 divided by 5 is 7 girls. 2. 15 divided by 5 is 3 boys. That would be my simplified answer, my fraction for this ratio. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at some unit rates. So they are asking me how many miles I'd be able to get in 1 hour. So it's 180 miles in 3 hours, but I need to figure out how many miles in 1 hour. So I have 180 miles, MI, in 3 hours. So here we're going to divide. So 180 divided by 3 to figure out how many miles I would get in 1 hour, or 1H. And that would be 60. That's 60 miles in 1 hour if I was getting 180 miles in 3 hours. Okay, same thing over here. If I'm paying $9.60 for 4 pounds of something, I want to figure out how much I'm paying for 1 pound of that. So $9.60 for 4 LBS, that's the label, that's the abbreviation. I would divide, right? I'm dividing $9.60 by 4 pounds. And when I do that, each pound is going to cost me $2.40 per pound. So over 1 LB. Okay, with little periods so that we know that those are abbreviations. Okay, so you are going to continue on into this Google form and take a look at the next 12 questions. Each grouping of questions is one of these topics, and then you're going to keep the multiple choice letter so that you can fill in the riddle at the end. Okay, if you have any questions, please ask. Make sure you have your piece of paper because I want to see your work as well. and make sure that if you have any questions, we can see what you're doing, and make sure you're also using a calculator to make sure that you have accurate answers.